Hello, I am Natalie Fund, a certified nutritional therapist practitioner. This is still related to my tooth decay series, but not quite in the same way. So I guess it's like video 4, but a little bit different. Because today I'm just going to share with you the supplements that I've been taking, and a few of them I still am taking. And then I also recently moved to Paradise, as some of you may have noticed. So I did hold on to some of those bottles to remember what I was taking, but then I recycled them before I moved. So they weren't really worth the space. Anyway, so I do want to share with you one of the first supplements I went on was phosphorus, because phosphorus is an essential part of bone remodeling, and it kind of looking into my diet and learning that I really didn't feel like I was getting enough phosphorus. So I did go on a supplement for that, and honestly I probably took it for like 2 weeks and I still have some left because I didn't feel like I needed it after a while. And then I did go on, shortly after seeing the doctor who did the quantum reflex analysis on me, I started taking a supplement called grapefruit seed extract. I don't have that bottle with me, but it was very helpful for a while, and then my body kind of stopped responding to it, which is completely normal for supplements and people. Your body will want something for a while and it will make use of it, and then you will eventually want something else. So oil of oregano was really similar. First, when I first started taking it, it was extremely beneficial in killing a large part, like helping to kill a large part of my infection. And at this point, oregano is not doing much for me. Well, I guess towards the end of my infection, because right now I don't have one. Super Garlic 6000 I am still taking, just kind of preventatively. This is from Metagenics. This is the most powerful stuff I've ever taken in my life. It smells really amazing too, as you can imagine. This has been really key to killing my infection. Let's see. So Super Garlic 6, garlic in general kills all 3 of the components of my infection: parasite, yeast, and bacteria. And I would say that it worked wonders on the yeast and bacteria to start off with, and then continue to help my body fight through just different germs that were being spread around. I was a nanny up until very recently, and so I was always, exposed to lots of germs, and croup even went through the household that I was in, and I could feel my body fighting, but thanks to my Super Garlic 6000, I never actually got sick. Yeah, and just to be clear, none of these supplement companies are paying me to say anything about them. These truly are the supplements that have helped me get through this. So let's see. Premier Research Labs, I've been taking their hydrochloric acid and then their hydrochloric acid activator. Looks like this. Those basically were to get into my bloodstream and get to the parasite to kill it. And I feel strongly that they were a huge part of that. Dysbiocide from Biotics was also really helpful in cleaning out parasites from my body. And I even for a while was taking the dysbiocide with the HCl and the HCl activator, because I figured it couldn't hurt, right? If the Premier Research Labs ones were designed to get into my bloodstream, then maybe it would carry the dysbiocide with it. And it was really a short time after I started doing that I did kill the parasite. So who knows, but it's a theory that I'm throwing out there. Let's see, I've been taking beta TCP actually for off and on for the past few years, but I definitely was taking it while I was on this diet, because I've had to increase my essential fatty acid profile, which is really something that I should have been doing anyway, but in order to decrease inflammation, it's really important to make sure that you are getting a good profile of all of your omegas, and making sure that you're including omega-3, which is much harder to find. Anyway, so taking beta TCP was helping me to actually properly digest and absorb the nutrients in those fats. Hydrochloric acid is something that, again, I take kind of off and on. When I first went on supplements after I had seen a nutritional therapist practitioner, I know that hydrochloric acid and beta TCP and then some colon healers were really important in my initial healing process after you know, giving up dairy, and just my intestines were destroyed, so I was really not absorbing nutrients even for a few years after I gave up dairy. So I know that the 3 of those were essential to how I was even healthy enough to go through this process of healing my root canal infection. The last thing that I'll share with you is Osteobe from Premier Research Labs, and this is to help me rebuild bone and joints. So this is something that I will continue to take probably for quite a while to make sure that I've got a really great layer of dentin protecting my nerve, so that I continue to be pain-free and continue to not need that root canal procedure done. So that's basically it. I definitely have been on and off a few things, and then oh, of course there's the bentonite clay that I told you about. And like I had mentioned, I did start out with a clay that is from Premier Research Labs that is extremely high quality, and I have no qualms about it other than, you know, because you have to send away to get it. It just wasn't available to me, so I did make sure to just find the bentonite clay that was local, and I read up on it and it seemed like it would be powerful and do the trick, and sure enough it did. So there's that. And then there were also a few different like green food supplements, kind of in the form of teas, but they were like super green foods, also from Premier Research Labs, that I would mix into the clay. And I did clay on like on the outside of my face and neck, like all the way down, and then right in here also, because this is where your lymphatic system like drains into this area, or at least the lymphatic system from your face drains into this area. Yeah, so the clay was huge, and I think that that's about all. I'm sure that there were a few other ones, but they were kind of minor in the scheme of things. The garlic and the Osteobe, I would say, have been the most important, and then of course the HCl on and on to make sure that I am properly digesting. I take that with meals when I feel like my digestion is getting a little stagnant. Usually just a few tablets will get my digestion going correctly again, but honestly that's maybe once a week or every few weeks that I even need that, because my digestion is so ideal. Anyway, I do recommend, if you haven't seen a nutritional therapist and you feel like you might have some digestive problems, which most of America does, so don't feel bad about it. But if you can get in contact with a nutritional therapist to get on some supplements for proper digestion, then go ahead and do it. It's really worth it. You won't regret it. Anyway, I hope that this was beneficial and informational, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you.